Despite picking up their first home win, Denver Broncos head coach Sean Payton still is not happy with what he saw from the team. Sean Payton spoke to the media this morning via press conference, and he revealed that although the Denver Broncos got that first win, it was far from a perfect game, as we all saw watching that game transpire. There were still some moments where you could kind of question what the Broncos were doing. They still had some game management issues. There was still a little bit of questionable play calling in there, although I did think that today or that yesterday was probably the best effort overall from the Denver Broncos in terms of play calling. But when you hear Sean Payton speak after the game, it's very clear that he still has more to be desired in terms of his expectations for this team. Shout out to Andrew Mason for this clip on Twitter of what he had to say from his conference call.
You want to play your perfect game, and that was a good win for us. And yet I'm driving home last night, heading to get sushi. I don't like sushi. And finding myself like circling around the parking lot, like, all right, why can't I be happy? Well, you're searching for that perfect game. And so I'm just that way. I'm sometimes, I'm going to wear my emotions on my sleeve, whether it's defense or offense. And so we got caught with 10. Obviously, the injury to Kareem was one thing, but it also impacts kind of a goal line personnel grouping, and we'll get that cleaned up. But
so what Sean was basically talking about there was the Broncos at one point in the second half got caught with 10 players on the field. He said it was after the Kareem Jackson injury. He meant after the Kareem Jackson ejection. It was in a goal line personnel package, just like he said. And you could see, I was behind the Broncos sideline at the game. Vance Joseph and PJ Locke were kind of looking at each other on the sideline like, dude, why aren't you on the field? PJ was all confused. He thought he was supposed to be on the field. Vance Joseph kind of had no clue what was going on there, honestly, and he got all pissed off. He was yelling and screaming, and he just ran up to Sean Payton and signaled to him the timeout signal and told him to go call a timeout, and that's exactly what Sean did. He went over and he calmly walked over to the official and called timeout. I was kind of ticked off from that whole sequence. What I didn't see after that was apparently Sean Payton then went over and yelled at Vance Joseph. That happens sometimes, man. Sean Payton said it himself. He's going to wear his heart and his emotion on his sleeve at all times. And although the Broncos did pick up a win, when you have these game management issues where you have to call early timeouts, especially in a close game where having all three of your timeouts might be crucial in case you need to get the ball back from the Green Bay Packers, that's just a situation you cannot have. And it's that sloppy lack of situational awareness that still continues to plague the Denver Broncos, and that's a big-time issue on the defensive side of the ball. That's not the first time that personnel mix-ups like this have happened on defense. Granted, it's happened on offense as well. We saw it go down, I believe it was in the Jets game as well as the Washington game, where offensively we had to burn early timeouts, but now we're seeing these communication issues on the defensive side of the ball, and whenever these communication issues happen, Sean Payton is not going to be pleased. So Sean said it himself, man, driving home last night, he's still searching for that true perfect game so he can really be satisfied with his performance. And that tells me that Sean Payton is not tanking. That tells me that Sean Payton really is trying to put his best foot forward to win every single game. It's just right now, granted, some of these decisions have been a little bit questionable from Sean, but it's clear that this team does not have enough Sean Payton guys in the building for him to truly establish the culture that he wants here in Denver. And that, I feel like, is going to come with time. Now, here's the more pressing question. Why did Sean Payton go out for sushi last night, even though he said he does not like sushi? That's the real pressing question here. Sean said that he likes to be a team player, his wife likes sushi, his kids like sushi, and so he wanted to be a big-time team player, and said that the restaurant that they went to here in Denver actually did a really good job, but that's pretty funny, all in all. I've seen a lot of tweets out there that say never trust a guy who doesn't like sushi, but anyway, back to the football side of things there, man. Sean Payton still looking for that true perfect game, And until we get it, I don't think he's ever going to be satisfied with a win, even though, again, a win is a win and it's hard to win in the NFL. All right, Broncos country, how do you guys feel about Sean Payton still not being satisfied with what he's seen from the team so far? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are two free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country, just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.